Hi movers, today I am guiding you through a yoga flow for digestion. So all of these poses directly target your digestive system, elimination system, and helps to just reduce any bloating. So we're gonna start in thunderbolt position, which is where I am now. Just sitting on the heels. If this is not comfortable for you, feel free to just take any position. Go ahead and lengthen up through your spine, relax the shoulders down, close off the eyes. Let's place the hands to the lower belly space. I'm just going to take a little bit of breathing here. Start out with soft, gentle breaths in and out through your nose. Really placing your awareness into that lower belly space, or wherever you are feeling some tension or feeling some uncomfortability in your abdominal region. Diving deeper into the breath now, we will begin to engage the diaphragm. So on your inhale, just let the belly expand and open up like a balloon. As you exhale, draw the belly back towards the spine. Allow the breath to fill the hands. You should feel the palms slightly moving. Expanding, contracting. One more breath here. Slowly set your intention for this flow, your dedication, your focus, your goal. And then when you're ready, let's blink the eyes open and we'll begin in Balasana, taking a child's pose. Let's keep the knees together today. Go ahead and walk the arms all the way out and surrender the mind down to the mat. Breathing deeply into your spine here. Feeling the decompression of the lower back. We're also getting a little massage for the internal organs here, for the belly. On your next inhale, let's rise up into tabletop position, making sure we're stacking our joints here, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Keep the knees hip distance apart, press down into your foundation. Starting to move through cat-cows, nice and simple here. Inhale, arch the spine, reach the head to the tail. As you exhale, press away from the floor, feel the shoulder blades spread. And again, inhale, arch. And exhale to round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Keep moving. Really using these cat-cows as an opportunity to stretch the back, to stretch the abdomen, to warm up your spine, to connect deeper with the breath. Inhale, come back to center. Okay, taking this into puppy pose or puppy press. Begin to walk the hands as far forward as you can. Now we're going to keep the hips over the knees to the best of your ability. Keep the knees hip distance apart. So I'm walking the arms forward, extending as much as I can and melting the heart down towards the mat. Any amount, keeping the tailbone lifting and lengthening. So you can set your chin all the way down to the mat, or maybe a block or a pillow underneath the forehead. You can even just set the forehead down to the mat just as it is. Breathing here, feeling a nice opening across the chest and shoulders. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Let's come into Sphinx pose. So coming all the way down onto your belly and placing the elbows directly underneath the shoulders. Keep the forearms parallel, spread those fingertips wide, just keeping those legs about hip distance apart, grounding through the tops of the feet. Let's draw the elbows back and bring the heart forward. So let that heart shine forward, shining through the gate of your shoulders. Try to relax the shoulders down away from the ears. While you're here, just bring awareness to the realignment of your spine, the stretch of your center, your abdomen. Maybe taking a few neck circles, maybe look left and right. And coming back to center. Let's place the hands underneath the shoulders, and we're gonna lift up into upward facing dog. So when you're ready, go ahead and pick yourself up here, keeping the wrists underneath the shoulders when you rise up. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Feeling a nice stretch through the front body. Keep the back of the neck long, and if you're feeling extra strong today, you can come into full upward facing dog. Press down through the tops of the feet. Float those legs. Maybe swing a little side to side. Bend the knees, take it back into downward facing dog. Curl the toes under, stretch those hips up. Finding lots of length in your spine. I always like to take a little time in down dog to play and explore, to wiggle, to just check in with my alignment. Even if I've done this pose probably thousands of times, I always use this as a nice reset. So scan the body from the tips of your fingers down to the rooting of the heels. Remember to bend the knees. If your hamstrings are really tight today, or if you have any kind of lower back pain, knit the ribs in, knit the belly in, so we're not dumping the chest down towards the mat. More length, more depth, more breath. Let's exhale, come up high into the toes, bend the knees, look towards the top of the mat. Begin to walk the feet forward, slowly taking the stance a little bit wider than your hips. Draw the heels in, the toes out. We're coming down into Malasana. Yogi squat. Rocking a little bit side to side. I'll just face you guys this way. Slowly opening up the hips. When you are ready, let's root the heels down, or if you've watched my Malasana tutorial, I do talk about some of the modifications you can take. Maybe you have a rolled up blanket, maybe you want to use blocks, or simply just stay up onto the toes or the balls of the feet. So you find what works for you. Use the elbows to kind of press open those hips a little bit more. Draw the tailbone down towards the mat. Hands at heart center. Find more length. Try to stretch and grow taller. Keep the belly drawing in. And exhale, plant the palms down. We're going to come into a position laying onto our back. You can lay all the way down, keeping the feet about hip distance apart, prepping for bridge pose. Okay, so keep those feet parallel, and when we lift up, try to keep in mind your engagement of the inner thighs. What we don't want to happen, what we want to try to avoid is lifting up, having any kind of external rotation. We want to keep everything nice and straight and parallel. So bring the arms down at your sides. Walk the heels back a little bit towards your bum just so they're not too far away from you. Pressing down through the shoulders, through the palms, through the feet, all four corners of those feet. Let's inhale, lift it up into bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. Try to lift up to your highest extension. Visualize squeezing a block between the thighs, or if you have a block, you can actually place that there to feel that activation. Keep the back of the neck long here. So very important not to move the neck side to side. Keep lifting, keep lengthening, keep strengthening. And exhale, let's release. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a tight squeeze here. You can rock a little bit side to side. Take some knee circling. And slowly taking this into happy baby. So we're going to take the knees wide out to the sides and grab the outer edges of our feet. Okay, so now when we come into this position, we want to face the heels up towards the sky and see if you can stack the heels directly over the knees. Draw the belly in, so always keep the belly area engaged. Try to draw the knees wider. When you get there, see how much more you can lengthen the tailbone down towards the mat. So we don't actually want to lift the bum off the mat too far. And then keep drawing the heels down towards the armpits or towards the ribs. Breathing here. Sending conscious, intentional breaths into the inner thighs, into the belly, into the hips. Keep drawing that tailbone down. And exhale, bring the knees together. Give yourself one more squeeze. We're going to hug that right knee in towards the chest. Stretch that left leg all the way down. Hug that right knee closer. Keeping this left leg nice and active. Try to even flex the feet. If you need the left hand on top of the left hip for a little stability, you can press and give yourself some weight there. And on the exhale, we're going to take that right knee across the body into a full spinal twist. So I like to use my left hand actually over that right knee, opening that right arm out to the side, look over that opposite shoulder. So we always try to look over the opposite, in this case, the right shoulder. So we just complete that twisting action with our neck, with the cervical spine. Start to let go of tension. Feeling that nice, relaxing, wringing out action. Finding space, creating space between each vertebrae. And inhale. Let's take that right knee back in towards the chest. Give it one more hug. And exhale, switch. Left knee hugs in towards the chest. Actively pulling the knee closer towards you while that right leg stays engaged. Flex the feet. When you're ready, take that left knee across the body into your spinal twist. Opening that left arm out to the side. Remember, it doesn't matter here if you can touch the shoulder down, if you can touch the knee down. Just make sure you can feel your twist. Try to let go as much as possible here. Give the effort over to gravity for a few more breaths. And inhale, let's hug that left knee back in towards the chest. And exhale, lengthen that left leg all the way down. We're coming into our final relaxation. Just stretch the legs out. Stretch the arms down at your sides. Let's come back into that breath. Bring the hands, actually, if you want to find more of a connection here like we started, you can take the hands over that lower belly space. Try to relax the feet, relax the body. Let's come back into those diaphragmatic breaths. Expanding the belly as you inhale. Contracting the belly as you exhale. Inviting healing and restoration. Inviting a sense of calm. And staying here for as long as it serves you. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.